Denise Shoemaker, helping you live your best life now. So these devotions each week are based on something that I have learned, or maybe something that I'm trying to incorporate into my life and into my daily habits. And some weeks I learned something absolutely amazing, like this last week, for instance. In my quest to become more myself and ultimately more like Jesus, I seek out opportunities to learn and share them with you. And while I think that Jesus was the most profound and wisest of all men, I also believe that God has anointed many people throughout the years to be prophets and to be teachers. And one of them is Lao Tse, believed author of the Tao Te Ching. And he says this: mastery. Let me start that again. Mastery of the world is achieved by letting things take their natural course. You cannot master the world by changing the natural way. Now, in case you aren't sure how Jesus may feel about me using, Eastern philosophers, I just want to remind you that the cross is proof that Jesus too believes that mastery of the world is achieved by letting things take their natural course. I love water. When I was searching for my new home, the first and most important feature was that it was waterfront. I knew that for any home to be my forever on this earth home, it was going to have to look out onto water. And I never really understood why. I just knew that water was a very powerful force for me. Lao Tse says this about water: it is the softest and most yielding substance, yet nothing is better than water for overcoming the hard and rigid, because nothing can compete with it. Last Labor Day, a bunch of us went kayaking in Baldwin, and it was a beautiful day, but the nights were already turning colder, and so was the water. We were warned that the river was high and that it could pose some issues as we were going down. Well, if you watch this channel with any regularity, then you've probably seen the Devo that I did about the boat crashing near the island of Malta and about me crashing my kayak into the trees. So if you haven't and you want to hear that whole story, you can find the link here today in this video. But for today, I want to recap that after my kayak went sideways and I got caught, I knew I was in trouble. The water was running really fast and the kayak was filling with water. Now, I was able to get out of the kayak and get up onto a branch, but what then? And the kayak was resisting the natural flow. It had wedged into a point where I couldn't get it out. And it was looking like I was not only going to lose most everything in my kayak along with my paddle, but perhaps my kayak as well. Only when I realized that by relaxing, getting back into the river in the direction of the current, and gently coaxing my kayak to do the same, was I able to set it free from the trees. Water may be soft and yielding, but try to go against its current. It's not seeming very soft or yielding then. It will take over, engulf you, and continue on its way. The only way to survive is to become that which yields to it and go its way, because water always overcomes the hard and rigid. And it's true. Nothing can compete with it. Take this rock, for example. I'm not sure how well yeah, there we go. You can kind of see. So I picked this up along the shore of Lake Michigan, and I loved it because it shows how doing the same thing, the same small act of softness, the water lapping up against it over and over and over again, overcame the hard, right? It's a pretty cool rock. All right. But being soft means that you have to be flexible too. And I used to think it was better to be like a football player, find my stance, hunker down, and stick to it come hell or high water. But as I'm aging, I am realizing the true power in flexibility. Now, see, I gotta grab everything here. See this plant leaf? I sacrificed it for this video. But see how it bends and it flexes? It's because up to just a moment ago, it was connected to its source and it's still alive, full of life. But what about this dead plant? What about this? Does it bend or flex? Not without breaking. The Tao Te Ching says, the living are soft and yielding, and the dead are rigid and stiff. I'm finding that the goal in life ought to be to live in agreement with the Tao, or as I call it, God, an all-encompassing force that is beyond our comprehension and cannot be perceived by the senses. By letting go of control and allowing all of life to take its natural course, we are living in agreement with the Tao, our creator. And I have found that, like water, our creator, the supreme good, benefits all of creation without trying to compete with it. It gathers in unpopular places and continues to flow, no matter the circumstances. May we both learn that letting go is the difference between controlling and allowing. If anything that I have said today has been meaningful or has helped you in any way, please give it a like and share this video with someone that you think could use a good word today. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's going to be right over here. And that way, you'll be subscribed to the channel and be alerted to my next video. My prayer for you remains that I hope you are learning to live your best life right now, because this ain't no dress rehearsal. Grace and peace.